Ever wondered what are the top 10 old PC games you should not miss? Today we're going to embark on a journey exploring the games that set the bar high in the world of PC gaming. Our selection criteria is based on the game's impact, their unique gameplay, and their unforgettable narratives. We'll be presenting these gems in chronological order, from the mid-90s to the early 10s. So, without further ado, let's take a trip down memory lane. Starting off our journey in 1995, we have Chrono Trigger. This classic Japanese role-playing game, or JRPG, took the gaming world by storm with its captivating story, memorable characters, and innovative time travel mechanics. With a plot that sweeps across the ages, players are transported from prehistoric times to the far-flung future, and everywhere in between. The characters in Chrono Trigger are as diverse as the periods they hail from, each bringing their own unique abilities to the table. From a robot with a heart of gold to a feisty cave woman, the cast is as colorful as they come. Yet what truly sets Chrono Trigger apart is its time travel mechanics. These allow for multiple endings and unique story arcs depending on player choices. This level of depth and complexity was revolutionary for its time. Chrono Trigger set a new standard in JRPGs that continues to be influential today. Riding the wave of innovation, the latter half of the 90s saw an evolution in gameplay mechanics that pushed the boundaries of interactive storytelling. Between the time-bending adventures of Chrono Trigger and the strategic depth of Age of Empires 2, developers were exploring new ways to engage players on a deeper level. The introduction of complex mechanics such as resource management, multiple endings, and player-driven narratives began to shift the gaming landscape. Games were no longer just about reaching the end. They were about the journey and the choices made along the way. This shift towards more immersive and dynamic gameplay paved the way for the next generation of games, where player agency and intricate game design would become the norm. As we move forward in our journey, we'll see how these elements continue to evolve and shape the world of gaming. Still in 1999, another iconic game was released, System Shock 2. This game was a unique blend of a sci-fi horror first-person shooter, which pushed the envelope of atmospheric storytelling and immersive gameplay. It wasn't just about the thrill of the shootouts or the terror of the alien threats. It was about the fear and tension that permeated throughout the game. The eerie silence of the spaceship corridors, the cryptic audio logs left by the crew, and the constant feeling of vulnerability created an unforgettable gaming experience. It was a game that didn't just scare you, but made you feel isolated and desperate in a hostile environment. System Shock 2, in its genre, offered players a completely new experience, proving that games could be more than just fun and engaging. They could be deeply atmospheric and emotionally resonant. Fast forward to 1999, an iconic game was released, Age of Empires 2. This real-time strategy game has stood the test of time with its engaging gameplay. Players found themselves completely immersed in the world of medieval empires, taking on the roles of commanding armies and managing resources. The depth and complexity of the game, paired with its historical context, made it a standout in the real-time strategy genre. It offered players a completely new experience, transforming their perception of gaming. Age of Empires 2, in its genre, offered players a completely new experience. Moving into the new millennium, 2000 marked another milestone in PC gaming with the release of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Anne. This role-playing game was a perfect blend of deep storytelling and strategic combat. The game was set in a rich fantasy world, where every decision made by the player could potentially alter the narrative. The combat was challenging, requiring strategic thinking and planning. The sophistication of Shadows of Anne was not just about its complex gameplay, but also about its narrative depth. Players were captivated by the intricate plot lines, the detailed character development, and the immersive world building. This game was not just about winning battles. It was about navigating complex moral dilemmas, building relationships, and ultimately shaping the fate of the game's world. Shadows of Anne brought a depth to its narrative that was rarely seen before in PC games. It was not just a game. It was an epic tale where players were the authors of their own stories. As we continue our journey into the year 2000, we arrive at another milestone in PC gaming, the release of Deus Ex, a game that took the concept of player choice and branching narratives to a whole new level. Deus Ex was set in a dystopian future where your decisions could potentially alter the course of the game's world. The game was a blend of first-person shooter, stealth, and role-playing game elements, offering an incredibly rich and diverse gameplay experience. The sophistication of Deus Ex was not merely about its complex gameplay, but also about its narrative depth. The game's world was full of political intrigue, corporate warfare, and conspiracy theories, all woven into a deeply immersive narrative. Every choice you made, every action taken, had a ripple effect on the storyline, giving players a sense of agency rarely seen before in PC games. Deus Ex brought a depth to its narrative that was rarely seen before in PC games. It was a game that didn't just tell a story, it allowed you to shape it. This level of sophistication set a new standard for PC gaming, showing that games could be more than just entertainment, they could be deeply immersive narrative experiences. As we move forward, we'll take a closer look at how System Shock 2 and Deus Ex influenced the games that followed. In 1999, another iconic game was released, System Shock 2. This sci-fi horror first-person shooter game took atmospheric storytelling to new heights. Players found themselves aboard a starship, an environment that was both fascinating and terrifying. The game's immersive gameplay was unparalleled. Every corner could hold a new threat, keeping players constantly on their toes. The narrative was as chilling as the gameplay itself, a perfect blend of horror and suspense. System Shock 2 offered a completely new experience for players, pushing the boundaries of its genre. It was a game that didn't just tell a story, it made you live it. As you navigated the starship and faced its horrors, you were not just a player but a part of the game's world. System Shock 2, in its genre, offered players a completely new experience, setting a high bar for games to follow. In 2003, the gaming landscape was forever changed with the release of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, often referred to as KOTOR. This epic role-playing game catapulted players into the beloved Star Wars universe, but with a unique twist. The narrative was not just captivating, it was transformative, allowing players to truly shape their journey through choices that affected not just their character, but the entire galaxy. The game's innovative gameplay mechanics, including the morality system, deep character customization, and strategic combat, were all a testament to its brilliance. KOTOR wasn't just a game, it was an experience, one that still resonates with gamers today. It set a new standard for storytelling, blending the familiar Star Wars lore with fresh, player-driven narratives. Today, Knights of the Old Republic is celebrated not just as a great Star Wars game, but as a shining example of what role-playing games can achieve. In 2004, the gaming industry was once again revolutionized with the release of Half-Life 2. This game was not just a first-person shooter, but a testament to the power of storytelling and innovative gameplay. Half-Life 2 pushed the boundaries of what was expected from the genre. It didn't just give players guns and enemies, it gave them a world filled with intrigue, suspense, and a narrative that was as captivating as it was complex. The game's physics-based puzzles, immersive environments, and the silent protagonist Gordon Freeman all contributed to a gaming experience that was nothing short of groundbreaking. The game's innovative approach to storytelling and gameplay mechanics set a new standard for first-person shooters and is still celebrated today. Half-Life 2 wasn't just a game. It was a seismic shift in the gaming landscape, proving that the power of a game lies not just in its mechanics, but in its ability to tell a compelling story. Even today, Half-Life 2 is celebrated for its innovative gameplay and captivating narrative, a testament to its enduring legacy. The year 2000 was a milestone in PC gaming with the release of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Ammon. This isometric role-playing game was a beacon of deep storytelling and strategic combat. The world of Ammon was populated with unique characters, each having their own motives, and the combat demanded a perfect blend of strategy and quick thinking. The sophistication of this game was way ahead of its time. It didn't just narrate a story, but allowed you to live it, blurring the boundary between player and character, making you feel every victory, every loss, every twist and turn. Shadows of Ammon brought a depth to its narrative that was rarely seen before in PC games. Shifting our focus back to the year 2000, let's delve deeper into the world of Deus Ex. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill first-person RPG. Deus Ex was unique in its approach to player choice and narrative branchings. As J.C. Denton, the game's protagonist, you were thrown into a cyberpunk dystopia. Your actions, your decisions, they all mattered. The game presented you with multiple paths to reach your objectives, each path representing a different style of play. You could opt for stealth, combat, or even diplomacy. The sophistication of Deus Ex was truly ahead of its time. It blurred the line between different game genres, merging elements from first-person shooters, role-playing games, and adventure games into a seamless whole. This amalgamation of styles wasn't just a gimmick, it elevated the gameplay, making every decision, every action, part of the narrative itself. The impact of Deus Ex was profound. It didn't just set a new standard for PC gaming, it redefined what games could be. It demonstrated that games could be more than mindless entertainment. They could be immersive simulations where players could truly influence the world around them. Deus Ex was a testament to the narrative depth and complexity that video games could achieve, setting a benchmark that still resonates within the industry today. In 2010, RPG lovers were treated to a game that would redefine their expectations and set a new standard for the genre. Fallout, New Vegas graced our screens, immersing us in a post-apocalyptic world that was rich in storylines, packed with memorable characters, and bristling with choices that truly mattered. As you traverse the sun-bleached ruins of Las Vegas and its surrounding deserts, every decision you made, every alliance you formed, every enemy you created had a tangible impact on the world. Fallout, New Vegas didn't just give you a story to follow, it gave you a world to shape and mold according to your actions and choices. This wasn't just a game, it was a narrative sandbox that allowed you to explore, experiment, and experience a world that adapted and responded to your decisions. It was a game that didn't shy away from the moral complexities and harsh realities of its post-apocalyptic setting. It was a game that combined the best elements of role-playing, first-person shooter, and open-world exploration into a cohesive and immersive experience. The enduring legacy of Fallout, New Vegas can be seen in its influence on subsequent RPG titles. It showed us that games could be more than just a linear narrative or a static world. They could be dynamic, reactive, and deeply personal. Today, Fallout, New Vegas continues to be played and loved by gamers worldwide, a testament to its timeless appeal and enduring impact on the RPG genre. In 2011, another golden year for RPG lovers dawned with the release of The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. This game, a breathtaking open-world RPG, offered players an expansive realm to explore, replete with towering mountains, lush forests, and ancient dungeons. It was a world where every corner held a new adventure, a new story, a new challenge. The main quest was a thrilling journey in itself, but Skyrim truly shone in its side quests. These seemingly endless quests allowed players to dive deep into the lore and life of Skyrim, from helping a local blacksmith retrieve a stolen sword to foiling a Daedric prince's mischievous plans. It was a game where you could spend hours simply wandering, discovering, and immersing yourself in the world. The impact of this game on the RPG genre is immeasurable. It raised the bar for open-world exploration, for quest design, for player freedom. Today, The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim continues to be played and loved by gamers worldwide, a testament to its enduring appeal and its indelible mark on the RPG genre. In 2003, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic revolutionized the realm of gaming. Now, let's take some time to delve into the colossal impact of this single phenomenal title. Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR, as fans endearingly refer to it, is an epic role-playing game situated in the much-loved Star Wars universe. The game truly sparkles with its enthralling narrative. Players are indulged in an intricately detailed story brimming with memorable characters, ethical quandaries, and plot twists that are worthy of a Star Wars film. It's an absolute classic that continues to captivate gamers even after 2 decades. Knights of the Old Republic is still celebrated and lauded today for its innovative gameplay and captivating narratives. In 2004, a game arrived that drastically shifted the paradigm of the first-person shooter genre, Half-Life 2. Developed by Valve Corporation, this title stands as a testament to the power of immersive storytelling and innovative gameplay mechanics in video games. Half-Life 2 put players in the shoes of silent protagonist Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist turned unlikely hero in a dystopian world. The game's narrative unfolded organically through environmental storytelling, a technique that was groundbreaking at the time. This approach allowed players to seamlessly immerse themselves in the game's world without the interruption of traditional cutscenes. But Half-Life 2's revolutionary nature wasn't limited to storytelling. The game also introduced a physics-based gameplay mechanic, the gravity gun, which allowed players to manipulate objects in the environment as weapons or tools. This added a layer of strategy and creativity to the combat and puzzle-solving sections, truly setting the game apart from its contemporaries. Even today, Half-Life 2's narrative and gameplay innovations continue to influence the design of modern video games. It's a title that remains as relevant and influential as it was when first released, proving that great design and storytelling are timeless. 2010 was a golden year for RPG lovers, with the release of Fallout: New Vegas. This exceptional role-playing game from Obsidian Entertainment and Bethesda Softworks ushered in a new era of gaming with its rich storylines and impactful choices. Imagine exploring a post-apocalyptic world, where your every decision can shape the fate of the in-game universe. What makes Fallout: New Vegas stand is its focus on moral ambiguity and the repercussions of player choices. But the game doesn't just shine in terms of its mechanics. The narrative is just as you play as the courier, tasked to deliver a package that draws you into a war between powerful factions fighting for control over New Vegas. While the game's environment is harsh and unforgiving, it is interspersed with moments of dark humor and intriguing plot twists that keep you engaged from start to end. The impact of Fallout: New Vegas on the RPG genre is undeniable. It challenged traditional concepts of right and wrong in video games and proved that player decisions can have significant, lasting consequences. Fallout: New Vegas has left an indelible mark on the RPG genre and continues to be played and loved by gamers worldwide. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the most immersive games come with the toughest choices and the most compelling narratives. In 2007, BioWare released a game that would redefine the role-playing genre. Enter Mass Effect, a space opera that placed you in the shoes of Commander Shepard, tasked with saving the galaxy from an ancient alien threat. But what set Mass Effect apart was the depth of its narrative and the power of choice it gave to the players. You could shape Shepard's personality and relationships, and your decisions had far-reaching consequences that could change the course of the story. This level of player agency was unprecedented and added a layer of personal investment to the narrative. The game's rich lore, memorable characters, and moral dilemmas made every playthrough feel unique. The Mass Effect series, with its blend of action, exploration, and narrative depth, showed us that games could be as compelling and emotionally engaging as any film or novel. It's a testament to the power of interactive storytelling, where the player is not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the unfolding drama. 2010 and 2011 were golden years for RPG lovers, with the release of Fallout: New Vegas and The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Fallout: New Vegas took us on a journey to a post-apocalyptic world, filled with rich storylines and choices that had real consequences. It was a testament to the power of narrative in games, where every decision mattered and shaped the world around you. Now let's turn our attention to the legendary Skyrim. This open-world RPG is nothing short of a masterpiece, with an expansive world that invites exploration and countless quests to embark on. Whether you are slaying dragons, completing quests for the local townsfolk, or simply wandering the vast landscapes, Skyrim offers a sense of freedom and adventure unlike any other. Its rich lore, diverse characters, and intricate plot lines create a game that is as immersive as it is entertaining. These games have left an indelible mark on the RPG genre and continue to be played and loved by gamers worldwide. So there you have it, folks. From the captivating narrative of Chrono Trigger to the innovative gameplay of Portal, the strategic combat in Baldur's Gate 2 to the expansive world of Skyrim. Not forgetting the atmospheric storytelling of System Shock 2, the real-time strategy in Age of Empires 2, and the unique narratives in Half-Life 2 and Deus Ex. Each of these games brought something new to the table and has stood the test of time. So if you haven't played them yet, what are you waiting for?